right, so first of all, thanks for having me. We have like the biggest The Walking Dead fan community back home, and to see you guys and to get six extra episodes, I think the fan community, their minds are going to be blown. So thank you for taking the time.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
What can we expect without going too deep into spoiler territory? Because I really enjoyed season 10 and I especially love the finale. I mean, the finale, but now we get six extra episodes. Awesome. So, without going too deep into spoilers, what can we expect?
You go first, Angela.
Sure. So, in these six new episodes, which are the season 10 extension, we're going to find our survivors. They are in the aftermath of the Whisperer War. They have found, they've got massive destruction and kind of carnage to pick themselves up after. And so they're struggling with that while they're also thinking about things that they've dealt with in the past, exposing some vulnerable sides. These stories are a little more intimate because we were adapting to some of the COVID protocols early on in all of this as we're figuring out how to film. But I think we got to tell some really special stories where, we've got smaller groups of characters dealing with issues of survival while we're learning some new mysteries about what they've been facing and, asking them questions about how they move on.
I'm so happy that Maggie is back. And I just need to say, I got to say, and your entrance was amazing.
It's okay. He's with me.
What was it like coming back and getting to do a scene like that? And at the same time, we know that there's still unfinished business for you and Mr. Lucille over there.
Let me in.
So, what
Oi.
do you expect from you?
Yeah, I know. That was really fun. It reminded me of one of the first times we see Maggie coming in on the horse with the baseball bat. And yeah, it was a good welcome home. We sort of joked that I had to run my line. I sort of have this one line. I was like, oh God, is it right? Is it right? No, but it's so great. And we've just had just a lot of fun kind of reintegrating and, at the beginning, just developing this sense of where Maggie's been without giving too much away to the viewer, as we're going to sort of reveal this over time. But I think, on a personal level, coming back, as people can probably imagine, it really felt like I hadn't even been gone. And it's not like I'm ever gone from everybody. And then I had an opportunity to be on set and hang out for some time before then so that I could focus when it came time to do the acting. But it was just awesome. I mean, this is my family. So it's sort of like just a beautiful reunion.
So first of all, hello, you guys. Good to see you.
Hello.
Good to see you too. Hi.
Where are you calling in from?
Germany, Berlin. Germany, Berlin. You are my favorite dream team on television, and you're probably my mother's favorite dream team on television as well.
Oh, say hi to your
like
mom.
you already.
Yeah.
Well, especially in season 10, where the show really got self-aware when Carol got to tease Daryl about BFF friendship bracelets. That was amazing.
Should we have matching bracelets now?
Oh my God, forget it.
No, I could make some. It's fisherman's twine.
What's your all-time favorite Daryl Carol connection moment?
There's so many, but I think the Cherokee Rose scene will always be one of my favorites.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
But I believe this one, the bloom for your little girl.
It's already been confirmed that you guys will stick together for quite a while. Do you have any information regarding this without obviously going into spoilers?
Nope.
We do not, actually. We're waiting ourselves to find out.
All right.
Hang on.
V Gates.
Good. Wow. Thank you.
Ross gave me that. It's not my own. Ross told me to say that.
Thank you. Donata.
The pronunciation was on point.
Thank you.
Really good to meet you guys, and so happy that we get 6 more episodes. I was really in love with season 10, and I was so worried about you, your character in particular, Seth. I was so glad that Lauren saved you. I cannot tell you how happy I was that you made it.
Great.
So tell me, what was it like, first of all, to come back for 6 extra episodes? And in general, I mean, your characters have a lot in common. You both started out as pacifists, and now look at you. You're legit badasses.
Yeah, well, I know you lose an arm, you lose an eye, and you just, you learn how to fight the world, I guess. I think it's one of the great things about the show is the character arcs that it has, and the ways that it can take people in from point A, and then in a matter of 2 episodes or 2 years, drop them off at point Y, and then follow them to point Z. Is really kind of exciting and fascinating, and I think the show has done a great job. If I may say so myself, the writers have done a great job with both Aaron and Gabriel's characters and making it believable, these extreme transitions that they go through, but making it believable that these people could become what they've become. So, going from being a pacifist to asking no questions before chopping a head off or, shooting somebody in the head is kind of plausible in this world and exciting to play.
Eric is dead. Jesus is dead. And I'm goddamn sick of being nice.
How about you, Roz? What's your all-time favorite Aaron moment?
All-time favorite Aaron moment. I mean, I loved in season 7 when Aaron and Rick were out on their supply run for Negan, and I think that was the first time Rick and the audience really got to trust Aaron once he, put his life on the line for Rick. And, just that entire episode in the lake house and everything, that was so much fun to shoot. There's a lot of great moments, but I think, and Seth is going to hate me for saying this, but I really think this episode coming up is, I'm most proud of the work that we did in this episode. Honestly, I think it's the most we've seen of these 2 characters, not just together, but in general on the show, really since we were first introduced in season 5. And I think it's going to, we haven't seen it yet, but I think depending on how it's all edited together and cut, I think it's going to be one of the best episodes we've ever done.
Really looking forward to it. I mean, you are now part of pop culture, and you got to play alongside the T-1000, Robert Patrick himself. I mean, that.
Yeah.
What? And speaking of bringing people back, I brought a bunch of The Walking Dead characters back today. Characters that we have sadly lost over the course of 10 seasons. And now this is what we're going to do. It's going to be very quick. I'm going to show you some pictures, and you're going to tell me the name of the character that I'm about to show you.
God. Oh, my gosh.
And how we lost them. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Ready for this?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Carl.
Oh, Carl.
Bit in the side.
Yeah, he shot himself in the head.
Yeah.
He ate some poisonous pudding.
He did.
Let's say you're right. Let's say you.
I know.
Oh, Austin.
Oh, Austin.
Character's name?
That was oh my God, that's Deanna's son, whose name was Spencer?
That's
Spencer.
right. That's right.
Yeah. He cut himself on a whiskey glass and his finger bled to death.
That's almost what happened. I mean,
Oh, he got disemboweled.
Didn't Negan just pull his guts
Cut
out?
open his, yeah, exactly.
he helped them find his guts.
You got no guts.
What happened to this poor man?
He was savior, and
Killed by, that's,
Yeah, he got strangled. He got strangled to death.
Did Negan do it?
Yeah, Negan actually strangled him to death.
That's right.
oh,
Yeah.
good one, Norman.
What an asshole.
Remember him? Who is he and what happened to him?
Oh, yeah, that
wow.
guy. Yeah, that was my crying meme that went forever and ever and ever.
Merle. Yeah, well, he got zombified in one of the governor's crazy fights.
I ain't gonna beg. I ain't begging you.
No.
Didn't he?
Didn't Daryl have to take him down?
Yep.
Well,
yep.
yeah.
That's true. You're nailing this. You're really nailing this.
Yeah, I stabbed poor brother Merle
That's true.
over and over and over and over again.
And this is the last one because this is going to mean a lot to Lauren.
Oh, he met his demise at the hands of a ruthless woman.
I don't want to do this. But people need to understand that at Hilltop, the punishment fits the crime.
Oh, he hung.
left.
No, wait, you shot him. Daryl shot him on a horse.
We hung him.
Yeah.
I swatted the horse away and then.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, you got what's that? Like, no, it's like Electric Company or one of those.
I don't think.
Hey,
you are
you guys.
on the line with
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, the Goonies. It is the Goonies.
Okay, cool.
It's the Goonies. Guys, congratulations on the show. 10 years of escaping zombies. I'm surprised you guys are still alive and have evaded
So are we.
the clutches.
Same here.
I mean, 10 years, you very rarely get to do things as actors as 10 years. I guess you hope at some point in your career you might get to play someone for, a season or maybe go back for a sequel. But 10 years is a long time. How has that been for you guys? I mean, what an experience it's been for you to do something for 10 years.
It is an incredible length of time, and yet at the same time, I don't have a whole lot to compare it to. It's kind of obviously the biggest thing I've ever done, and there's only a few times where I have that little drop-in moment. And by the drop-in moment, I it's kind of like where I just like plop back in and I have that like, wait a minute, this is 10 years, where you stop and think about it for a second and it just kind of smacks you and it's like, that's a long time. Sometimes I'm walking around, I'm like, where have I been? Or I'll go out into, I'll go out to the store and I'm like, it's been a long time. This is 10 years. It's that weird drop in moment.
Would it be
self-awareness?
Would it make it three presidents? 3 presidents that you guys have been on the show for? I'm just thinking of it in my head now.
Yeah.
Obama,
the
middle guy, and the new guy.
Yes.
Yeah, the middle guy and the new guy. Yeah, it's wild. What's crazy is now we're in such a social media world. Like you see yourself like age in 10 years. Usually, if you do a movie and there's a 10-year gap in a movie, it's all hair and makeup to make you look 10 years older. I see the gray hair on my chin like start to develop during the show. But it's kind of a blessing because people really get to know your characters. I think sometimes they confuse your characters with your real person, but it's kind of a blessing. Like you can tell a story, you can tell a meaningful story with subtleties because you have the time to do it, which is kind of a blessing. It's I find it really fascinating. It's sort of this weird study on everything, but to see these characters grow as people, also I think it makes them seem more real, to the viewer.
When you think of 10 years, if you had like a 12, 13-year-old kid, they're 23 now.
Yeah.
They could have a family of their own, or it's new generations being introduced to the show all the time, and there's so much material that we've covered, and then still more to go. It's kind of mind-blowing when I think about it.
It's kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah, and also, I mean, it's the sort of the fandom now of the show and lots of other shows that have been in existence. The fandom now is so, I say excessive in the nicest possible way, but like you say, the blur between reality and the show is such now that, you guys are seen to be those people.
We've all grown up together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild too, because you do if you're just on the movie run, you can jump into another character and be seen in a different way. But we do the show like all year long, so you don't really have the time to jump in and do a movie really, unless you're in it for a nanosecond. So people just see you as this character for this long extended time that they really feel like it's real. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, and I think a lot of them have said, the end may come soon enough. But you've given them 10 years. You've given them plenty of stuff to chew on. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Absolute pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys.
Seth and Ross, hi. How are you?
Hi. Great, thanks. I was trying to figure out how to say hello in German. It's not willkommen, is it? That's welcome, right?
That's welcome. But if you want to say hello, just say hello.
Okay, hello it is.
Little pig. Let me in.
So you guys, the first one is a bit difficult. So what's like your favorite moment of the other one's character?
Oh man.
Oh wow. I think I don't know. I would just say the first thing that popped into my head actually was when we find the prison and we all got together and we made this like little phalanx and we sort of went through and took out all the prisoner zombies for so many reasons, because everyone was very invested on how we were going to represent the team, how we were going to kill zombies. It were some of my first walker kills. I mean, we were this phalanx in the episode, but also as a crew. And it's just such a deep memory for me. And it was just so much fun, just like learning how to give it socks and do all this stuff. And it was so gross and everything that's good about the show. So, and it didn't involve any crying.
Well, it looks secure.
I think that's it's got to be something with Rick. Probably where they were that scene where they were talking about brothers and
I'd die for you.
I loved
the one in the hole.
Daryl and Rick together. That's tough because there's a lot of Daryl scenes that I love.
Brother, take my hand.
I mean, where do I begin? There's so many. I like so many Carol scenes. I like the scene when Sophia comes out of the barn and Carol just breaks. I don't know. I really love that scene. I like all the stuff with her and Alpha. When she's standing up to Alpha. I love all that.
You should fear me. I don't.
I love when Gabriel has his little freak out. He has his loss of faith, and it's when you're on the road. You've basically ditched the group and you're on the road, you're in your tank top and you're killing those walkers and you're kind of like deciding whether or not to give up. That the pathos on your, like you could see everything happening on your face so beautifully. And like it was the loss of hope, the desire to survive in this last minute decision to, fight this walker. And then the decision to go back and keep going. That was my favorite part of everything you've done.
Oh, thank you. I have to clarify, it wasn't a tank top. It was a full-length white thermal shirt. I'm going to say it's not a moment that I have, but it's a few moments that Ross has. And it was the way that Aaron looked at Eric. I love the love between the two characters. And I loved that it wasn't all showy. It was like, no, we're on a deeper plane of we're actually soulmates.
Look at me.
Maggie goes to kill Negan in his prison cell, and they have it out. And when she realizes that he would actually maybe prefer to be out of this situation, she leaves him to rot forever. And so I just think that that's such a cool evolution for her and sets up some of the stories that we have coming up.
Get back in your cell.
No. Talking about stories coming up, especially for Maggie and Negan. Maggie has been away for a very long time. Now she sees what Negan has been up to in all this time. I mean, I kind of know what we can expect from that, but can you tell us a little bit more about what's it going to be like for Maggie and Negan?
It is incredibly tense. I mean, we really, and the writers and Angela have done such a good job of making this tightrope of which way it could go, how people will react, navigating how they can react versus how they want to. The character development that we are going to see from both of them is going to make things all the more tense and all the more surprising, I think, as we enter this new section of season 10. So I'm really excited to keep people on that tightrope with us.
I hope it's everybody will see kind of the beautiful work that Lauren and Jeffrey are doing and love it as much as I do.
He asked how his daddy died. I told him that a bad man killed him.
What can we expect from the next 6 episodes in case of Carol and Daryl?
I think they're very intimate episodes. We filmed them implementing all the COVID protocol and so forth. So they were kind of experiments in how a crew works, to be honest. But the episodes were very creative in the way that they made the stories more intimate. And I think with the aftermath of having this giant whisperer war, there's everyone's sort of fractured off in these different directions, and it really it shows how that affected them. And I think it's a lot of PTSD from that is in the stories. They're very they're close intimate episodes. They're not like our usual boom boom boom, so those would be those 6 with a lot of action in them as well and dramatic stuff. And I think, I know going into what we're about to shoot is huge again. We're going back to gigantic. So, I don't know. It'll be a nice mix of both.
It's over. Right.
It is.
Season 11 will be the last The Walking Dead season. I really don't know how I will cope after this with my life. So what can we expect from season 11, like the big finale? What is it going to be like?
Well, we've decided to carry on acting as the characters just in the streets after the season is done. So actually, I'm just kidding. Just walking around as them.
I think we're still working on it. We've got these new episodes for what they were calling the 10C block coming up, which will just tee up a lot of the emotional terrain that we have to carry with these characters. They're more intimate stories. Season 11, which we're working on right now, we're in pre-production and just had a cast table read yesterday. We're kind of back to our epic storytelling, and we'll see a lot of these people crashing together with different groups. I think it'll be tense and exciting, and there's still so much more to come. But I'll be able to say more about that as we get closer to season 11.
Where are you from? Where were you when the fall happened?
So, what were your feelings when you heard season 11 will not be the end of Carol and Daryl? What were your thoughts on the spin-off idea?
I was really curious. What that might be like, and then what's going to happen in 11 that's going to lead them somehow to that spinoff. I think curiosity and
how it
really
would end, how it
kind of disbelief too. Yeah.
Same.
New Mexico's still out there.
Maybe someday.
Will we see an origin of dog? Just my last question.
Maybe.
Did you hear something? Dog's origin story?
He's the star of the show, that dog. I'm so happy that he's getting story. You know what I mean? You will definitely find out dog stuff.
Good dog.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much for this interview. Thank you.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
good day.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Bye-bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss.
Auf Wiedersehen.